Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the month of December or whenever this video might find you. I don't believe in coincidences, so I am certain you will receive this message exactly when you were meant to. Welcome in. Just started with some Palo Santo. Thank you, Sacred Palo Santo, for raising our energy, grounding our energy, not only of ourselves, but also of our environment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're new here, welcome in. I'm Jenny. I'm a shamanic healer. I am a women's coach and a retreat host, and I love to do these videos here on YouTube at least once a month. So let's get started with what is your primary energy for the month ahead, please? What is the primary energy for the Taurus collective? They say keep going. Don't stop shuffling yet. There we go. So I'm getting for you generosity, and you'll notice that this is a master number 77. 77 is all about facing your fear. And the generosity card, I want to remind you, it's not just about giving of your money, it's also giving of your time, giving of your energy, giving of your focus, and perhaps giving of your items. Maybe you are going to be purging and giving away things that are no longer useful for you, but as they say, someone's trash is someone else's treasure, right? I really feel like you're calling something into your life right now, and there's an energy of scarcity and lack. And the generosity card is coming up to remind you that you will get what you put out there. Nobody is giving with the intention of, oh, I'm going to give so that I can get something back later. But that's exactly what happens. The law of reciprocity, right? Give for you today to give for me tomorrow. And I'm really getting that if you're feeling any scarcity, if you're feeling any lack, if you're feeling like your desires and your manifestations are not going to come in towards you, what can really help you through that is to be generous. And it is the season of giving. And I know that sometimes this can be really challenging for a lot of people. And I want you to remember that this isn't about like, oh, I've got to get Christmas gifts for absolutely everybody in the family. Some of us have really big families, and it would be impossible to get gifts for absolutely everyone. We'd make ourselves broke in the process. Those who truly love and value us, they don't really care about what we do or don't get them. They want our thoughtfulness. They want our attention and affection. And maybe a phone call is your way of being generous, giving your time, showing your loved ones that you're thinking about them, showing your loved ones that they matter to you, that they are valuable to you, that you want to give your time to them. I feel like for some of you, you will be purging, and you have some items that could be gifted as well. And I don't know if you're anything like me, like I would love a secondhand gift. I'm not going to turn my nose to a secondhand gift. I think there's enough garbage on this planet. We don't need to be contributing anymore to that. And, you know, we're fellow earth signs here, Taurus. So maybe you feel the same way as I do. We really value Mother Earth and don't really want to contribute to adding additional garbage and crap to the earth. Yeah, I can really pick up on that energy of scarcity and lack, but it's coming in towards you. There's definitely a shift I feel here, and it's going to start with you being generous, putting out there, being generous with no strings attached. And the universe is going to be like, oh, hey, well, let me mirror back to them exactly what they're putting out to me. What will be the biggest challenge for the Taurus collective in the month ahead, please? What will be the biggest challenge? Every time that I feel like I'm done shuffling, I just keep hearing this message, keep going, keep going. So it feels to me like there's multiple messages that want to be coming out for you today. So I'm getting obsession, and this makes perfect sense with that scarcity and lack that I was picking up on. The obsession card comes up when we're making a mountain out of a molehill. And if it is scarcity, if it is fear of not having too much, and by the way, 77, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that is all about facing your fears. I've got the Angel Number book here by Mystic Michaela. I really love this book. I resonate with every single one of the messages that I read. Calm your fears. You are supported. The fears you have may not go anywhere anytime soon, but they don't have to control you. Your angels are reassuring you that they give you their full support. Work on calming your fears today by taking a bath, and bonus points if you put some pink Himalayan salts in that bath. That helps us to connect with the Himalayan mountains. It's a strong, powerful psychic cleanser. And don't bring your phone in there with you. Go on a nature walk or simply enjoy a cup of tea. Don't mind if I do. So 77 is all about calming your fears. And then you get the obsession card, which is 14. 7 plus 7 is 14. You guys can't make this stuff up. And then what does 1.4 or 1 plus 4? 1 plus 4 equals 5. And 5 is all about change, right? 5 is all about change. And I feel like the key to this change here is in getting out of your head and getting back into your heart. The obsession card comes up when we are making a mountain out of a molehill, when we're replaying the same scenario over and over and over and over and over again. And let's talk about manifestation for a second, like the law of attraction. Everybody thinks like, oh, just think happy thoughts and you'll experience happy things. Yeah, it's not that easy. But what we do think affects how we feel. And what we feel affects whether or not we're going to take any action. When we're obsessing over things over and over and over again, we just keep thinking it's not going to work out. What if it doesn't work out? Crap, I don't think it's going to work out. Nothing is proving me that it's going to work out. Well, then we start to feel really terrible. And then we're not taking any action that would lead towards the thing working out in the long run. So yes, when it comes to manifestation, our thoughts are important, but not maybe in the way that you were thinking. Our thoughts are important and we can control our thoughts. It takes effort and energy, but we can control our thoughts. But the key is controlling our thoughts is going to affect the way that we feel, or in other words, our vibration. And if we're putting out that vibration of fear and doubt and insecurity and scarcity and lack, and what if the sky is falling? Well, then we're just going to attract more of that into our lives. But when we can take a moment and take a time out and really ground ourselves, hello again, Taurus, fellow earth sign, we need to be grounded more than anybody else. And some people think we are so grounded, but it's like, if you had any idea the effort that it takes to stay this grounded, it's so important for us to be grounded, so incredibly important for us to be grounded. And from that grounded space, giving with no strings attached, this is going to help us to align with those desires, getting out of our head and into our heart. For some of you, I feel like it could be really beneficial to do like a brain dump in a journal. If you feel like you're just in your head, like, oh my gosh, I'm so stuck in my head. You have no idea what's going on. I'm just stuck in my head. Well, maybe get all of those thoughts out of your head and onto paper. And, it's really important to remember too, we're at the very end of a number 9 year, and this is the year of the snake. What is number 9? Number 9 is all about completion, cycles ending. And the year of the snake, well, the snake sheds its skin. We shed our past. We shed our limiting beliefs, our habits, our behaviors that are no longer in alignment. We have to get rid of all of this, our wound energy, our triggers, not getting rid of them, but learning from them. We've got to shed them. And why do we need to do that? Because they can't come with us into next year. Because what is next year? 2026. 2026 is a number 1 year. It's the year of the horse, new beginnings, freedom, forward momentum. And some of our beliefs can't come with us into next year because we wouldn't be able to experience that freedom, that momentum, that forward movement, those new beginnings. We wouldn't be able to experience those if we still had that same limiting belief about what's available to us. We might not even see these opportunities if we believe we're only worthy of these opportunities. Yeah, so this is coming up for a reason. For those of you who are resonating with the brain dump, I really feel like a powerful experience for you would be to do that on the full moon. We've got the full moon coming up on December 4th. This is the last full moon of the year. Such a beautiful opportunity to be releasing. If you're local to me, I'm doing a full moon women's fire ceremony here in my retreat space in the Okanagan. I'll post a link down below on how you can join that. But if you're not local, I'm also doing a virtual event on the 5th. That's as a part of the Sacred Self-Empower community membership. And if you join the circle for the full moon on the 5th, then you also get access to the extended reading. So I will dive into this a little bit deeper. Once we get to the end, I'll go in and I'll clarify all of these cards in the extended reading. But again, for those of you who are resonating with the brain dump, burning that brain dump on the full moon to transmute that energy feels like a very powerful practice for you. If it's resonating, take it. And remember, these are general readings. So if this is not resonating with you, make sure that you check out other placements in your chart. You want to make sure that you're watching for your sun, your moon, your rising, maybe your Venus, or anywhere else in your chart that really is calling to you, but at least your top 3, your sun, your moon, your rising. Together, they really create the puzzle that creates the picture of what's to come in the month ahead. So generosity is your primary energy. Getting out of your head and into your heart is your biggest challenge. What will help the Taurus collective to align with their highest timeline in the month ahead, please? What will help the Taurus collective align with their highest timeline in the month ahead? Okay, auric field. Now, this came up for another one of the signs too. I can't think right now off the top of my head who it was, but energy hygiene. Energy hygiene is so important for you this month, and it makes so much sense. You know, we're surrounded by so many people. A lot of us see family members we hadn't seen in a long time, and we're picking up other people's energy. And the auric field card says energy hygiene needs to be a priority for you right now. It needs to be. So what is energy hygiene? For me, it's 3 steps. You want to cleanse your energy, ground your energy, protect your energy. Okay. How do we cleanse our energy? There's lots of ways. I love sage, Palo Santo. I love Florida water. I love using bells and drums and rattles. I'm looking around at all my different shamanic tools that I have in here. There's lots of different ways we can cleanse our energy. Salt water is great. Those pink Himalayan salt baths, or even a foot soak would be good. Cold water, if you like to polar plunge, it's getting cold out. It's the best time of year to be polar plunging. I know it's not comfortable. Ooh, I just got shivers thinking about it. Maybe some of you will jump into the cold lake. Very, very powerful energy hygiene cleansing practices. And I just want to remind you that, like, this isn't something to do just every day. This is something to do all the time. Like, I like to keep my Florida water in a little spray bottle, and I spray myself before and after I go into a store or go into someone's house, or before and after these videos, before and after client one-on-one sessions, before and after readings, before and after circles, before and after retreats, before and after uncomfortable conversations. Like, there's so many opportunities to do energy hygiene because we're just picking up each other's energy all day long. And if we're not conscious of it, then that energy is going to deplete our own. And a lot of us are really connected to the collective energy. And what's the collective energy full of right now? It's full of fear, doubt, insecurity, scarcity, lack. The sky is falling. Yeah. Like, just turn on like social media or the news or anything like that. I don't watch the news. I've never watched the news. I've known for a very long time, and people are just like, oh yeah, well, it's fear mongering. I have been saying that for 25 years, you guys, for 25 years. Why did it take some people so long to figure this out? And look at your phone. It's just constant negativity, unless you are carefully curating your news feed. Because the algorithm is what's in charge. You're not in charge. The algorithm's what's in charge. You watch one negative video, the next thing you know, you got 25 negative videos coming up in your news feed. It is not easy to keep our energy cleansed. So this auric field card is saying, make it a priority. Step 2 of energy hygiene is grounding your energy. I know when it gets this, change of the seasons and it's starting to get cold out, it's not so easy to go outside. You want to go and hibernate in hermit mode, and totally understandable. I'm a Virgo. I live the hermit mode, right? But step 2 is grounding your energy. We need to be grounded. And again, Taurus, us more than anybody else, really, us earth signs, we need to be grounded. We need to stay grounded. And then step number 3 is to protect your energy, to shield your energy, so that you're not depleted when you go into a store, so that you're not depleted when you go and you have a conversation with a family member you haven't talked to in a long time. Cleanse, ground, protect your energy. How you do that, there's 1,000,001 different ways. It has to resonate with you. Some people use prayer for protection or visualize an orb around them or a shield or a cloak or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. It just has to resonate with you. And like I said, I will clarify all of these messages in the extended reading. If you're resonating with this reading so far, you got to let me know. Please like this video and let me know down below in the comments. If you're new here and you are resonating with my energy, I'd be so grateful if you hit the subscribe button and come back and see the next one. And like I said, I will do an extended reading here where I'll clarify all of these cards, and then I'm going to get one more card for you before I go into the extended. And that card is going to be one last final message for the Taurus Collective. But if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, the link to join that is down below in the description box. And like I mentioned earlier, you'll also receive a ticket to our full moon event. And then we're doing a 12-month oracle meeting on Zoom where we get one oracle card for every single month of the year. It's going to be such a beautiful experience. I love that call. I do it every year. I've done it every year for at least 5, if not longer, years. And yeah, it's just really enjoyable. I do it for myself and for others as well. So what is the final message for the Taurus Collective in the final weeks of 2025? What more does the Taurus Collective need to know, please? Okay, you're getting old habits. Don't shoot the messenger. The old habits card, it says that the only thing standing in your way is you. The only thing standing in your way is you. And I feel this obsession card is like calling my name again. It really feels like they're very closely related. They're very closely related. Maybe this is an old habit of yours, to make a mountain out of a molehill, to get into that negative mind space and to allow, a bad afternoon to turn into a bad week, or a bad week to turn into a bad month, a bad morning to turn into a bad day, whatever the case is. The old habits card, sometimes it can indicate some unhealthy coping mechanisms as well. So you would know this. Are you numbing out? Are you avoiding reality? Are you numbing out by doom scrolling all day long? And stop this video when you're done. Put your phone away. Are you numbing out with substances, drugs or alcohol? 'Tis the season, right? A lot of people really increase their alcohol consumption this time of year, and it is such a shame. It is such a shame. They call it spirits because alcohol really does disconnect us with our spirit. It lowers our vibration. Once upon a time, alcohol was, of course, made from plants, which it still is, but it was created in ceremony. It was a plant medicine. It was a plant medicine. We fermented these plants for their ability to help us journey and connect to spirit. And when we took away the ceremony and we started mass distilling and using alcohol as a way to control, with all of the colonization that's happened all over the world, it's really changed the energy of what alcohol actually is. And I truly believe it disconnects us from our spirit. It lowers our vibration so much. And you're getting auric field here. This energy hygiene, cleanse, ground, protect your energy. That's all about raising your vibration, right? So I remember I quit drinking 4 years ago. And I remember I was at an event with a woman and she said, "Oh my gosh, you don't drink? That's amazing. I've been trying not to drink too. It's so hard. There's always alcohol at social events. And sometimes I feel awkward if I'm the only one not drinking, but I really can't handle it. I get anxiety." And I was like, anxiety? And she's like, yeah, like a hangover that lasts like 3 or 4 days. And, I'm not necessarily vomiting or feeling sick to my stomach, but I have this intense anxiety. Like, did I do something wrong? Did I say something wrong? Why is that? Because our vibration has been lowered so much, right? And it's not just the anxiety. Again, it's not just the substances. Maybe the old habit for you is food. A lot of people use food as a way of self-sabotaging, emotional eating, mindless eating. Old habits could be, procrastination, avoidance. You know exactly what to do. You're just not doing it. Why are you not doing it? Self-sabotage. Why are you self-sabotaging? Because your vibration is low. Pardon me. Maybe some of you have something that needs to be released here. Definitely. Some of you have something that needs to be released here, and it feels like it's this old habit. It's like you don't know why you're still doing it. Like for some of you, it could be like smoking, doom scrolling first thing in the morning, grabbing your phone as soon as you wake up. You know that it just sucks you in and lowers your vibration before you start the day, but you don't know why you're still doing it. Junk food for some of you, avoiding exercise or procrastinating about exercise. Some of you are like, your body is telling you what it wants and needs, and you're just ignoring it. Yeah. Okay. I can't wait to see what more comes through for you, Taurus, in the extended reading. Please join me over there. You'll find the link to join below, and I have hope that you have a beautiful month ahead.